Hi, everyone. It's Dr. Asha. Welcome to this episode of the Ask Dr. Asha series. So, the question today, this has been asked several times, is how does stress impact my health? This question has come to me a lot more from my patients. Some of my clients have asked me this over the years too, but a lot of patients want to know how stress impacts my health. And here I know we all know that this is true. First of all, stress is inevitable. And a certain amount of stress is very good for us, actually. It builds our resilience. It builds our adaptability. It definitely gives us the resilience and the resistance actually to withstand different environments. Stress is also, stress happens on different levels. It's not only mental and emotional, but physical stress, chemical stress, so many different types of stress that can happen, but it does build our resiliency, and that's good for us. However, the way we respond to stress is what matters. So it can impact our health and well-being because it impacts our hormonal system. So hormones can get out of balance, whether it's, male or female, it does not matter, which can also in turn impact our cardiovascular system, our respiratory system, the way that we think, our brain health is very much affected if we're under a lot of stress, if we're not sleeping well, or we can't think clearly. We can't concentrate. Our cognitive function really diminishes very quickly. This is something that we have to be aware of because this is something I see a lot of people over the last maybe decade suffering more so. And I think it's because we are getting too much information every single day. I mean, think about how many different stimulus that we get, the stimuli that we get into our brain. We're taking in so much information. So it's something that we want to be aware of, but this can cause a disbalance. Stress is really all about a dis-ease or a disbalance that's happening in the body, but it does affect our health. This is why we have to incorporate ways to deal with our stress, deal with it and manage it in a healthier way, such as practicing gratitude, such as meditation, breathing exercises, visualization, going out in nature, going for a walk, keeping in regular physical activity, sleeping well, they're eating well. All of these things matter. It's not just one thing. It's not just about, okay, if I change my job, then the stress is gone. No, the stress may be lessened if you do that, for example. And I hear this a lot. I've heard this a lot from clients over the years of, if I just change my job, it'll be so much better. Well, fact of the matter is that wherever you go, there you are. Meaning, if you haven't learned how to manage your stress in a healthy way, I guarantee there's going to be some situation that's going to come up in that new work environment that's going to cause you stress. And then you're going to be looking for the next thing. So it's better to learn for yourself how you can manage it. And it's going to be different for everybody. It's very different. I have people that for them going for a walk is the way that they are able to shake it all off. And other people, meditation does not work. It is boring to them, or doing yoga is just not their thing. And that's okay. For some people, it's listening to music that they love and being able to dance around to music that they love to kind of get rid of that extra stressful energy, because stress does build up in the body. I mean, I've seen so many patients over the years, thousands and thousands of people over the years. And one of the biggest factors that I see, I can always tell when they are under a lot of stress, because they're very tense, their muscles tighten up. Our body requires many more minerals and vitamins and different things that the body is needing extra of that at that time, because the body is dealing with the hormonal imbalance, which is throwing off all the functions of the body. It's causing the nervous system to respond in a way that is not healthy for the long run. We can undergo stress for a very short time, but then as soon as we are out of quote unquote danger, we need to be able to calm the body down and have that nervous system come back into balance. So that way your body can heal and rest when it needs to and be on and alert when it needs to. So this is the way stress impacts your health. Be sure, if you are undergoing tremendous amount of stress or have been under a lot of stress for a long time, it is probably worth going to talk to your healthcare practitioner, whether that is an alternative healthcare practitioner or your mainstream healthcare practitioner, to talk about some of the things that you can do. And it wouldn't be a bad thing to have, proper examinations, proper blood work, and those kinds of things to make sure that things have not been going on for too long, that there is much more of a disbalance than you realize. So that way you can be more preventative and more on top of it rather than waiting till it really creates big problems. This is very, very important. So I would love to hear from you. Thank you for joining me for this series. This series has been fun to share with you guys. We've been doing it since the beginning of the year. I've compiled these questions for the last 2.5 decades from patients and clients and people that I've worked with over the years. And I wanted to be able to share it with you here because I know these are some of the questions that are top of mind for a lot of us. And I wanted to be able to share my experience, my expertise with you. So I hope it's been helpful for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and catch our podcast, Splash of Positivity podcast. And I look forward to connecting with you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.